I was like, oh, this is imprecise, the mythological aspect. I was like, oh, that's not funny. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Hi.
Hi, Felicia.
What's up?
You didn't film Dr. Horrible blog sequel during the pandemic. What's up with that?
You know, I really wish that had happened, to be honest with you.
I mean, you have plenty of free time, right?
Listen, what have I been doing? Look at my butt. I've been making cupcakes. Like, I got it's not a badonk, it's a cupbonk. Cupbonk. Because I love baking. I do. I bake so much, you guys. And I was like, oh, it's for the kid. It's not for the kid, Felicia.
I'm the kid.
Because you ate 4 of them. Like, that's not for your child when you're eating majority of the cupcakes. I don't know what, you're lying to who? I don't know. You're the only one in the room.
So I'm watching Dollhouse a few years back. I'm getting into it. It's getting into like season 2. And then you show up in an episode out of nowhere. And I know a lot of times TV shows are filmed out of order.
Yeah.
And then they may not have gotten some information. And so suddenly we're in the apocalypse, and then there you are. I was like, sweet, Felicia Day is on Dollhouse. And then it just ends, and I'm left with so many questions.
So I have a good story about this that was frustrating for me as an actor. But so Joss called me up at the last minute. It's like, hey, I need an actress for this role. Do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, yeah. And so I went down there, and we started shooting. And I didn't realize until halfway through the shoot that it was a direct-to-DVD episode. I was like, oh. Okay, but it was so cool, it didn't matter, the script was amazing. I was like, this is so good, why is it just going, it was like a DVD special or something. So it was done really low budget comparatively, and they invented this whole apocalypse world that was in the future after something happened with the Dollhouse thing, okay? And so it was so cool, and the way that they shot with digital cameras, like it was, I think, just amazing. And so, later they started writing some comics in that universe, and they got picked up for a second season. And I came back because they were going to literally cut from me and Zach Ward, who played the kid from The Christmas Story. You know that guy? Yeah, he's so funny. So we had this whole little storyline going on with us in the future, and it was supposed to be in every episode of season 2 and cut in between with the current day and how everything happened. So they were gonna mesh it all together. I shot footage from the premiere for season 2, and then Fox decided it was too confusing. So they had him cut that whole storyline and scrap that whole idea. So in the finale of season 2 of Dollhouse, which was the last episode, the footage from me 6 months earlier was cut in with the footage that we got later to end the episode. So, and I know that, just hearing from the writers, like, it was really something they wanted to explore, like, those two dovetailing storylines didn't get to happen. But there are some really good comics they wrote that kind of explain kind of what happened. So I think it was a missed opportunity because that show was really ahead of its time and really innovative. Yeah. So anyway, thank you. Another story of Felicia being screwed over by Hollywood? What? What a surprise.
Hey Felicia, longtime Team Human member. It's a pleasure to see you back.
Thank you. Thank you.
From spending time with Ryan on Quaptitude to pursuits of the blog and then gaming and streaming and your love of D&D becoming a critical role, you've been able to finesse all your passions into work. What is one where you're like, God, I wish I could just have people pay me to do this thing that you haven't been able to finesse yet?
I mean, I was paid to play Fortnite this week, so that's check.
Yeah, done, okay.
No, I have a really bad hobby, and it's not even a financial, I'm not like really super rich, like it's not a financial thing, it's that I get so excited about things I'm excited about that I want to share them with everybody, and I want to make them accessible. So like for me, that's what tabletop came out of, right? Because I love, the guild. I wanted people to understand how gamers work. I wanted people to understand how board games worked and how they could love board games as much as I did. And they could understand gamers as much as I did, and they could understand Magic the Gathering as much as I did, and they would love D&D as much as I did. And so when I get excited about something, I want to share it. I haven't been able to channel my love of cupcakes or traveling to eat croissants yet. So if we can make it happen where someone pays to fly me around the world to eat croissants, that would be my dream.
Croissant cakes.
Croissants, cakes, desserts, mochis, all sorts of international cuisines, desserts around the world. That, nerd desserts, okay? That's what I want to pitch, nerd dessert. Let's make it.
Like,
Kickstarter it, yeah.
so, you call it like Euro dessert ticker or something like that.
That's so good. That is, I mean, I'm not kidding. When I travel, I realize I travel only for food.
That's the first thing I plan out to.
That's the first thing.
Like,
And
all right,
then
what do
maybe
locals eat? That's where I want to go.
I don't care about anything else. I want to be able to walk around and walk as far as I can to get the croissants, so I'm like getting exercise as well as eating croissants or, you know, more croissants. Hi.
Hi, I'm Troy. I guess when are you gonna kidnap Misha, Jensen, and Jared to go to DragonCon?
Wait, what? Wait, get Misha and Jared and Jensen?
Yeah.
You know, I don't own them, although I'd love to. They're very pretty. You know, I think that they have sort of, I know Misha's doing outside cons now, because I was actually with him in Kansas City 2 weeks ago, which was his very first non-creation con. So it was really cool. Yeah, it was a big deal. So I'm kind of hoping, and they're actually, we have some awesome Supernatural people here. Emily Swallow, Sam Smith, Mark Pellegrino, DJ Qualls, Ty Olson. Like, there's a bunch of Supernatural contingents here, and then a bunch of them are at a MementoCon or something in Philadelphia, something that starts with a P, I don't know. MementoCon, that's it. They're all there this weekend. So I would imagine, if y'all ask him hard enough, maybe Misha might come next year, which would be pretty great. He's pretty cool, you guys. And he got me to get on this community thing. You know how he text messages people things? Yeah. I have a community number now, so if you stop by my booth, I have it like, put it on sticky notes, because I'm so professional. But, yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello, Felicia. Big fan of your Twitch streams. Ever since I started watching them, it made me feel better during the pandemic.
Oh, thank you.
I also wanted to ask, in your Twitch streams, what has been your most wholesome or most funniest moments?
Wholesome. That's different, because funniest involves farts and profanity. I've streamed on Twitch since 2014, okay? Or 2015, because I sold my company, Geek and Sundry, and it felt like everything was being taken away from me a little bit, and so I decided to do something on my own, to just stream once a week for fun. And so I didn't really take subscriptions or whatever until pandemic, so I would stream like once a week or whatever. It was very informal until pandemic, and I was like, I'm lonely. What can I do? Oh, Twitch. So I decided to start streaming a lot more, and I stream now 4 times a week, sometimes 5. It's too much, you guys. I'm gonna regulate. But I have such a good time because twice a week I do solo games. So we do like Mass Effect or anything. And then on Wednesdays I stream with my friend Amy Okuda, who's one of the guild members. She's Tinkerballa. She's real life Tinkerballa. She really is. And then on Sunday nights, we have guild game together night. So we do multiplayer games once a month. The last Sunday of the month we do D&D. And I have to say that we started out doing that because we were doing a fundraiser at the beginning of COVID for Black Girls Code, I think was the charity. But honestly, just getting the guild back together has been like the most wholesome, wonderful thing. With Amy Okuda, we started playing Stardew Valley together. I don't know if you guys play that game. That's the wholesome. Although she made it dirty. Sadly, she made it dirty. She married Shane, who's the drunkard in the town, and then she was like, I'm gonna fix him. I'm like, that doesn't work. And we started screaming at each other. She divorced him. And then she started to remarry him because she wanted to have a baby with him. And I was like, unacceptable. This is friend intervention. I'm gonna delete this save game if you do this. So that's how involved we got with Stardew Valley. I would highly recommend it even to non-gamer. Like if you're not like a huge gamer, you can play it on the iPad. It's so good, and it's made with like one dude made it. Yeah, it's so cool. And it's so fun. Anyway, so the most wholesome moment was when she punked me into thinking she was gonna remarry Shane to have a baby with him. And really she was gonna marry the Dr. Harvey, who is, whatever, he'll be a fine baby daddy. It was fun. And honestly, just the community built up around there. Like you said, with COVID, I think we were all a little bit lonely. And the thing about the guild and Geek and Sundry that I loved and I was most passionate about was basically just building community. And I mean, I've had so many stories of people getting married from the guild chat, or getting married from the Geek and Sundry forums, or we have a Discord now, people meeting on there and becoming friends. And my Discord channel is so wonderful because we've relied on social media to broadcast to everybody, but we're not really broadcasting to each other. And And the wonderful thing about Discord is that it's a closed community, and there's all these different categories you can chat about, all different things. And like, we just took a picture, and there were like 8 people, and it was like, I know all of your faces now, and I put them to your name, and I see you, and it's like a little bit more of an intimate connection that's less, it's just more authentic, and I really love it. So thank you for being a member and watching my streams.
Thank you. And my friend that wasn't here, she wanted to pass you a message. Silvervale, she says she loves you.
I love Silvervale. She's so cute. She's not a real person. She's an anime person. She's a VR person. So anyway, watch her on Twitch. She's great.
Fantastic.
Hello. I was wondering if there was a certain project that you would have liked to like spend more time on, whether to do more of it or just to hang out with the people.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd love to have done another Dr. Horrible because that crew, we only did that 1 week shoot, but then just hanging out with them was so much fun. I wish it could have been more episodes as Charlie. I feel like there was so many. I mean, and every actor wants to do more episodes. Like, please, like, put me on a more episode. But really, it was honestly just such a joy. Like, OG Charlie's relationship with Dean. And she got a couple moments with Sam where I was like, oh, this could go somewhere. And then we had that one moment with Castiel where it's like, can we be best friends? And then I got killed. And you know, spoiler alert, sorry.
What?
Listen. And then, yeah, so there were, and then with the Apocalypse Charlie, when I got brought back, spoiler alert, I never really got a moment to renew a friendship with Dean, and I really regret that, because I did have that one wonderful episode with Sam in the car, and we really understood a little bit more why this Charlie was more reticent and less happy and all that stuff, for very good reasons. I love that writing. It would have just been nice to have that moment with Dean, because that relationship with Charlie and Dean was so special. Before, it would have been nice to see that kindling of it before the end of the show. But hey, I don't write the show. I can have it in my fanfic idea. I might do that. Okay.
That's a
I
good.
stopped watching after Charlie died.
Oh,
So it's nice
that's
to
very
have
sweet.
you back.
Thank you. There's some good
Plus a
episodes.
spoiler twist there.
I'm sorry. Listen, that was like
Don't say you weren't back.
2017. Like,
Yeah, it's
listen.
time anymore.
That's older than my baby. It's.
I just want to say, Miss Day, you know, you're a national treasure, and we all fucking love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And my question is there a Dick Roman joke that got written that did not get put into the script they were allowed to air?
The Dick Roman?
Yeah, we all caught the ones that got on air. Was there one that got written that was not allowed to air?
No, I don't think there was. Although if you look at the Dick Roman thing, when I'm on the computer on the first Charlie episode, it does say that Donald Trump is arriving in the Dick Roman Enterprises. It does. It's in there. It's in there. And I'm like, whoa, weird. Because that was way before.
Well, thank you.
Thank
we love
you.
you.
I love you too. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Hey.
Hello.
I was curious because y'all were talking about food earlier, so there is a wrong answer to this question. But sweet grits or savory grits?
Sweet grits or savory grits? Oh man.
I'd have to say, I'd have to say savory grits. Is there like a real sweet, salty kind of war going on?
Yeah, very serious. Like, there's a whole grits discourse, but the only right way is grilled onions and only seasoning bread.
Is this as controversial as pineapple on pizza kind of thing?
Well, which are you pro pineapple or anti
I
pineapple?
mean, I love pineapple on
That's
pizza.
the right
I'm
answer.
sorry.
Pineapple's everything.
Delicious. Although anybody from the Gulf Coast, Mississippi, okay, we got some Gulf
Some
Coast.
over there.
So if you order pizza there, do they still do this? You get French dressing with your pizza? Yeah.
God, what
You
the
get
hell is this
French
about?
dressing to dip, and it's totally only that area. You get French dressing to dip your pizza in.
That's why we're traveling to find food.
This is why you travel. I know. Pay me to travel and eat. Next.
What you guys got?
Hello!
Hey.
I'm a huge fan of your YouTube series, Dragon Age, where you play Talos.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I was wondering if you had any injuries when you filmed the entire thing.
Yes, that was a horrible shoot. That was really hard to do. It was too ambitious. The script that I wrote was too ambitious for the budget, which was about as much as a season of the Guild, trying to do all that. It was dumb. And in retrospect, I can't even believe it came out as well as it did. I look at it, I'm like, oh, look at that. You can see that thing over there. But of course, I've had so many awesome comments about it. I put that aside because I really called in every favor in the world. I didn't get injured, but there were so many injuries on that set because we were trying to do too much in too little time. One of the actors hurt their back. One of the lead actor cut his cheek with a sword. A stunt person got a concussion. They're fine. Everybody was fine, but it was just like the kind of things you can't do on a low budget. So if you're doing a LARPing video or something, any weapons, please be. These are professional stunt people who got hurt, and so it is really, really hard to do fantasy and make it look awesome. But don't let that limit you, because anybody can make a movie with their iPhone, and I really encourage you to try it one time because it's not as hard as it looks. Just get good sound, okay? Your iPhone can make a movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for that. I am not in Dragon Age 4. I don't know what they were thinking. So maybe they'll ask me that. I don't know. None of the people I know are there at the game anymore. Yeah, all the writers and all the devs and everything, that's moved on, so it's all...
They shift underneath the project every single time, don't they?
Yeah, I think they all just quit. I think it was like an EA thing.
They would have salad.
I'll get you some hot coffee.
We'll do that off the
Yeah,
top, right?
exactly. Hi.
Quick silver.
Hi, what is your favorite board game?
Wow, this is a hard one. I mean, that's like,
I know.
what's your favorite human? Like, that's a horrible question.
What is your favorite?
My baby.
There it is, alright.
Okay, that wasn't so hard. You know, I have a lot of really favorite board games. If I was going to go to somebody's house, I would bring, I always assumed that we'd have a low level, I wouldn't bring Scythe, okay? Because I love
I
Scythe.
got all the stuff for that too. You don't drop side on the table.
Oh, no, you don't drop it. You're like...
That is your day if you're playing
That is
side.
it, and you need to have, you need to do your homework, you need to be prepared. What I would bring to a game night, if I was going to a friend's house, I would bring Splendor.
Classic.
I would bring, which I picked up before it got really popular because I like jewelry. I would bring Codenames, which is super easy to pick up. I would bring Concept, which is kind of like charades with a board game. And I would bring, there's a Star Trek dice game that's, I can't remember the exact, I don't know if somebody knows the name of it. It's like in a box like this, and it's a dice game, and you roll the dice and put it on little cards.
Like a worker placement kind of thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's really, really easy and fun, and it has Star Trek, so it's like great.
That's fair.
And you can play